What's up, internet? So, having some oots for breakfast. Yeah, I got good news yesterday. I got hired by the number 7 guild in our district, not in the world. So our district is like a conglomeration of multiple servers. So I was in the number 19 guild, and I did that pretty loyally. And so I got recruited. Yeah, the number 19 guild was German. And the number 7 guild was like the highest guild you can have without being pay to win. There's other guilds that are like, they get marked with there's some, I forget what it is, but they mark themselves with something that's like slang for pay to win. Like you have to buy him. And so I got in the highest guild that doesn't do that, which is pretty cool. It's not number 7 in the world, but it is number 7 across like a conglomeration of servers. So pretty cool. Feels nice. I mean, the guild pulling the number 19 slot had like full attendance. So I could probably do better. I could probably get the number 1 guild. You know, I got in on the entrance of the season, which was a really good time. I got some great rewards for doing that. It's amazing. It was amazing. I got a Celestial at S+, which I've been using her. She's really good. And then, what else? Yeah, I just got a bunch of upgrades. Oh yeah, and then I found out that my limited time draw dimensional heroes don't actually, usually in games when you lose the draw window, you can't advance them anymore. But in this game, they change from upgrades from like their specific shards to a special item that you can buy in the shops. So, it's about as expensive as getting them through the draw. But it's, I can get them at any time. So yeah, I have enough shards to get them to Paragon 2. And now I can actually earn shards to get them to Paragon 4, which I'm pretty excited about. I think that's cool. Limited time heroes are sweet. Only I can get them. You'll never be able to get them. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah, I was happy about that. I got recruited by name. The guild leader of the number 7 guild was writing me, going, I want to. Yeah, I'm a good player. Plus, I look like a boss. I got great fashion sense. Bet Reddit's mad. Yeah, you know what would be better than my guild would be a guild with full attendance. Yeah, something marked full attendance, because I don't miss a day, you know. But that'd be a good guild. Get pretty high. Yeah, number 7 guild in the district, which is good. Easily probably the number 1 guild on the server. Yeah. No, they've just seen me on so many leaderboards, you know, it's like, seen me at like big events standing around making a fool. So yeah, the emote game in this game is pretty strong. You collect emotes from like quests, and so you get a lot of them. A lot of emotes. And I just, this new season introduced emotes that transform you into animals. So it's like really funny. It's really cool. Hope to get more of those. Yeah. I slept kind of bad at the end. Like early morning before dawn, I was sleeping really bad. And it's like after the sun's hitting my car, I started sleeping a lot better. Obviously. Warmed up. Yeah, there's still snow on the ground. In the shade, yeah, there's snow all over. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get rid of that. Yeah, I'm here Saturday, so I'll be here till like probably Tuesday or Wednesday. So, yeah, pretty long time. Yeah, I was thinking about getting a system where I reclaim my. I've got this copper funnel, which unfortunately has epoxy in it. I hate that I have epoxy in that. I need to get like something to like chisel that epoxy free or something like that. Because what I want to do is I want to take my cooking water and put it in like a copper container or something, and so I can reuse my cooking water. Because it's like, unless it's rice, if I'm boiling pasta, yeah, it's like I have a lot of excess water I just don't use. So yeah, thinking about like dry foods. Cooking is nice. I was doing this for years where I couldn't cook, and because of that, I would like drive to town like multiple times, like every day. It's like when I was like drinking and smoking, I would like go load up and I'd have enough for like 2 days. And after 2 days, I would drive back into town and re up. And now that I'm not drinking or smoking, I'm like, why leave? Yeah, it really is true. Drinking and smoking changes your behavior pretty dramatically. Like drugs and alcohol, yeah, they'll change your behavior quite a lot. And things you wouldn't do, you'll do drunk, So it's like, do yourself a favor and just don't. Just don't. So, yeah, Chef Swole, I try to be a buddy for him, but I've been burned by so many guys. So many guys are just like, well, he likes my art. That's the thing, is he gets it, which is kind of funny because he can't read, but he understands what I'm drawing and he likes it. So, yeah, he's him being a Marine. No, I think he's funny. He's like, he's a genuinely fucking hilarious person. And definitely like that's people like him are why I liked being a soldier. Like, can you imagine like 30 of him all as like a unit? And it's shit's strong, It's like a lot of militaries don't have that type of camaraderie or that warmness, you know. Yeah, which is definitely needed. So yeah, unfortunately, life you have to be a bit of a badger. Yeah, that's the name of the guild I got into, the Badgers. So I went from Lunoxia, which was number 19 on the not on the server, the district, and then I went to number 7. So, oh, which is tight. So I'm glad I got recruited, and it was cool too because I had a gift for my. I had a stack of these I had gotten last year during the new year, and they were these like diamond gifts where you could put this happy bag in chat, and everybody who clicks on it gets a bunch of diamonds. And I just happened to have had those, and I was like, oh, I didn't know what these were or how I used them. And so I just happened to have one more when I joined. So they're like, you want to come in? And so I did. Yeah. No, they were writing me. They were asking me. So yeah, I'm not gonna let them down. I'm gonna play pretty hard and like show up for all the content and do everything I can to help everyone else. So yeah, good guild a guild is gonna suck if everyone's busy and no one plays. That's absolutely awful, and that's not worth my time because I'm not that busy and I do have time to play. So, yeah. AI is pretty good on TikTok. I use AI as like a reading, like I'll ask a question out loud and then scroll to get an answer. I like that. Yeah. Um, that's cool to me. Yeah, I asked about the leader is alleged a female named Joe, and I was like, "Who are they?" And I scrolled, and it was like, "I'm a mom of," and I was like, "Yeah, Joe Mama, I get it." So probably not a real woman. It's too easy to lie. But yeah, I am role playing a man, so it's kind of fun. It's like get to mark myself male. So yeah, guys are liars though. When I was a young man, I would not hesitate to throw on a female or to like, especially in competitive gaming, pretend to be a woman. Yeah. So maybe that's why I got cursed with so many trans people in my life. Not all the time, but there was a window of time when it was like, why are all these bitches trans? I was like, what the fuck? I hate it because men become women to date women. They don't like guys. They're not like, oh, I wish Billy liked me, but I'm not the right type for him because I'm a boy, so I'm going to become a girl so Billy can like me. Yeah, like 1% maybe. Most of them are like, I want to get into the female locker room. Exactly like that. So it's like, oh shit, Chris. It's that biological back pocket. You know what I mean? It's like, it's in you because it worked before. One of your ancestors reproduced because they were like that. So, yeah. As much as I hate circumcision, I totally agree with it because it's like, you have to just like, you have to take that animal nature and go shut the fuck up because you're a fucking weirdo and nobody needs it. Nobody wants to exist just because you can't stop breeding, right? They want to exist because they're loved and they have a support network. They don't want to exist because your parents just couldn't tell themselves no, which is sad. So anyway, yeah, playing my game. What's happened in the plot that's interesting? I guess it's kind of interesting because it's like the main character has amnesia. You role play as Merlin, which is like both a name and a position. And Merlin is can kind of be an OP boss sometimes, which I like. I definitely like. I'm really tired of warriors being the main characters. Like, I'm really tired of that. I like that a magician's the main character, and so there's a lot of problems that come up in the story that he's like, would a little magic help? You know, I wish the game would get out of herbalism, really, like a lot. It should develop some more like magical lore, like different power sources, different combination types, which it hasn't done at all yet. Um, yeah, it still has it like, oh, you have to gather some herbs to make a healing potion, and I'm like, bitch, I cast heal. I cast heal all day. He got stabbed. I healed it. You got a cold? I'm gonna need some herbs. That's a little too strong for me. That shit's annoying. Um, but it's okay. Um, yeah, having a new map is fun. They actually let us know the next 3 maps ahead of time, so it's like this one's like heavy in the light bearer, which is like their 4 factions: light bearer, wilder, mauler, and then graveborn. And but this one, it's like you go back to Merlin's school. Merlin used to be like a leader in the magic college, and they call for him because they have like, really, it's like there's been a murder and they want him to investigate. And yeah, the music they were playing was Sherlock. So the woman who hires you is like a gargoyle. She's the one who found the body first. And so they've kind of been openly suspecting her, but I don't think it's her at all because she's if she had murdered the headmaster, she would have just not said anything. She wouldn't have involved you unless it's for some power thing, right? That's the only reason would be as if she needed you, right? But what's funny is that she's the one who found the headmaster dead. And because she's like a gargoyle, she doesn't have normal thoughts. She's like, I'll just reanimate his corpse so nobody knows he's dead, right? And so she's called you to help look for the killer. So it is kind of like nobody knows the headmaster is dead because she's like using him like a puppet. And yeah, his actual corpse is being driven by magic. Um, oh, I got so much hate because they have in the trailer this person in a wheelchair, and I'm like, this game, like they get angry at me because I question the game, but it really is like questionable. It's like, why is this magic character in a wheelchair walking next to Cassidy, who's a levitation expert? Cassidy literally has a speech she gives you about levitation magic, how she's an expert in it, and so she's like walking next to a person rolling himself in a wheelchair. Like, just let him float. I mean, they're like, you're not inclusive, and I'm like, there's no disabled person on earth like, hey, would you want to fly with magic? What if we got rid of your wheelchair and you just fucking hovered? Literally all of them would say yes. Literally all of them would say yes. So yeah, it's just kind of like funny game logic. So it's like, yeah, man. Elsa and Sophie Powers are like the same person. They both came into my life at the same time. I feel like I manifested Sophie. So, but yeah, no, I want to have a better body. That's what I want, and so I really just have to wait till I die. It's just like wait till I die and hope. This is Hates Gambit, right? Hates Gambit is which is my last name. I've been real about my real identity for a long time. I don't hide it at all. Um, So, Hates Gambit is, if there's no reincarnation, then I didn't give away trash, you know. If there's no reincarnation and I don't have kids, then I didn't give away trash. If there is reincarnation, um, then I can try again, right? I don't care how long I have to wait, but I want the body I want, and I want the life and the luck I want. I'm not interested in playing support. I'm not interested in having slaves either. You know, I'm not interested in being a loser in any regard. And people who are losers who breed piss me off. If you've got any loser qualities and you have kids, I just like want to smack the shit out of you. You know, just like fucking knock it off. So if you've already got them, you have to support them. No going back now. You know what I mean? But yeah, just like if you suck, keep it to yourself. So these are many of my opinions that absolutely piss like the majority of them off. The majority of them will have a public outrage at the things I have to say, which I don't really mind. It means I'm saying the truth, honestly. So, but yeah. Anyway, so this fucking stupid game has a person in a wheelchair walking next to the levitation magic expert, and I guess wheelchairs are cool, you know. I would totally dig something in the plot like, oh yeah, he has a secret cursed mark. Like there was like some reason, deep magical reason why levitation magic won't work on him. Like his legs were caught in a dark portal or something, you know. And you can cast levitation on him, but it just doesn't work, you know. I don't know. That I'd be fine with that in the plot, but like why like why would you be like, now at the magic school we're gonna have inclusiveness and have a disabled character? And I'm like, the fuck, you're walking right next to the levitation expert. Do you really think people in wheelchairs are just diverse and they're not stricken with a freaking huge problem? I imagine if you offered levitation to every disabled person, there'd be like a couple who don't take it and for like religious reasons, and the rest of them would all be like, I'm floating, bitch. I don't need that wheelchair no more. I can just glide, right? See, and that's just like, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing really? Who's writing this shit show? So Yeah, it's kind of like the Sherlock Holmesian thing where it's like this gargoyle servant invites you to the school because the headmaster has been killed, and they're acting like he's not dead, but they want you to figure out who did it. And of course, the main character suspects the gargoyle, which I don't, because I'm like, if the gargoyle did it, I'd shut the fuck up. If the gargoyle killed him, I wouldn't let I would absolutely let everyone know, and I just like, I wouldn't do anything to draw attention to myself. But keeping him alive with magic is super suspicious. And then using Merlin to investigate the school for the killer is like, that's why you have to transform into animals now, is you have to like basically move around the college in a different way. But yeah, they kind of went in the Harry Potter chapter. So I changed my my quote on my name tag to the biggest sleeves in Hogwarts, which I don't know where this comes from originally, but it was this commenter PIG, big P, little I, big G, pig. There's this commenter pig talking about StarCraft. And he was talking about this play that this dude's gonna do, and he's like, he's got the biggest sleeves in Hogwarts for like spontaneous magic with just some build. And I thought it was to this day, it's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. The biggest sleeves in Hogwarts. Yeah, because it's like, it doesn't, to me, it doesn't mean he's magic. To me, it means he has the most tricks up his sleeve. So it's like knocking Hogwarts is like not real magic, just tricks. And it's got that's how I interpret it. Of course, it could mean like he's the most powerful wizard who has the biggest sleeves, but it could also be he's just the most full of shit. He's got the most just fucking rambuckle tricks. He's got. So yeah, I changed my name to the biggest sleeves in Hogwarts, and then I got picked up. I got picked up like 6 hours later. They were like, "We want you for our guild." So yeah, pretty tight. We'll see. If my guild handled the invasion on my... Oh, they changed their name. They used to be AFK Journey. Now they're AFK Homestead. So, yeah. Which is pretty big. I wonder what's going to happen next. AFK Journey, AFK Homestead. Yeah, that's what they did, is they launched this plot from your homestead. I think it was the last update. Thorns of Devotion brought the homestead. And then, which was a pretty big update. No, they have Easter stuff. Homestead's been out for a while because some people have Easter gear. They got all the bunnies and the eggs. It's about circumcision. Yeah. I've written the developers a lot, both about their arm lengths. I'm not doing it to be mean. I really want them to like be aware, you know. Why is a person in a motherfucking wheelchair next to a bitch who casts levitation magic? Really? Like, what are you doing? I would love the moment, like, he's like wheeling around. Maybe he's like a new student to the school and he's wheeling around. He's been disabled, and then the school magically grants him the power to walk. I think that'd be sick. I would definitely be into that. But instead it's like, no, we just let someone be permanently disabled around people that can make shit fly. And I'm just like, really? This is the game that it's like, you're a healer. You can cast healing magic to restore people to health from grievous wounds. And someone has a cold, you're going to need to gather some herbs. And I'm like, what the fuck you doing? What the fuck you doing? Right? So is AFK good? AFK is good because it's legitimately free. You only have to spend money if you want to be competitive in PvP. That's it. If you don't want to be competitive in PvP, you don't have to spend a penny to play this. You'll be able to get all the plots and all this stuff like that, but the plot is like, Come on, guys. So it's kind of cool. Who killed the headmaster? Was it the gargoyle? Was it a part of a secret plot? You know, do they need Merlin for a ritual and that's why they called on him? You know, if you would animate a corpse, you would certainly make a corpse. So it could be the gargoyle, but it could also be another character we haven't met yet. So it's like really early in the season. Each season lasts 4 months. And so it's like there's going to be like 4 parts to this. Like once a month, they'll update with more content for the season, more story content. So yeah, my goal this season is to get ahead and stay ahead, try to get on the top of the leaderboard for progress, which is tough because I maxed out at level like 250 and there's people already on level 470 because they have like a full celestial team that's maxed out. You know, it's like paragoned up. There's some people that have so much money. It's like I make millions of dollars a year doing nothing. And so it's like, yeah, I can afford to, you know, it costs $50 a celestial shard. I'll get every celestial to max character and barely touch my funding. Like me, I can't spend any money. I'm like, I'll get some of the deals like they had like they had the expanded battle pass for $7. I did that, you know. That's like got me quite a bit of stuff. And it was like kind of thanks. It's like the game's good, but yeah. My Vala was broken. I couldn't use Vala. Every time she used her ultimate, the game froze, so I had to take her off the team. Yeah. There's just some funky ass bugs. Funky ass bugs. But yeah. Um yeah, it's like it's kind of like if you were to tell me it's a kids game, I'd be really worried. Like, what kids game requires hundreds of dollars for progress? Like, what are you doing? You're hiring a child to beg their parents for money. It's super shady. It's super shady. Now, on one side, I see it as an outlet to employ artists and animators and designers and story writers. And games are certainly the new movies. You know, it's like movies replaced books, games replaced movies. Um, and I'm definitely with AI. I love generative AI, and I can't wait for it to be a lot better. Yeah, I want characters you can talk to. Like, it's going to be interesting to like walk up and be like, instead of asking prearranged dialogue, I get to ask, how long have you lived here? You know, what's your name? Tell me about your family, you know, which would be really awesome for like, there's 2 styles with that. There's like, the writers generate a world, like it's like they give ChatGPT the world script. And then the other style is, by the way, I don't pay YouTube for views, so you get a bunch of free ones if you pay them. Like anybody rocking like millions of views and tens of thousands of likes is probably paying them. Just saying. I know they say they get paid, but they're liars. So yeah, no, they'll definitely pay you. Like you'll definitely get money from them, but that's always cash back. It's like a casino. It's like people brag, "Oh, I won $50,000 at the casino." Yeah, but what you didn't say is you play every weekend, and you've played every weekend for years. You know. So yeah, yeah, you can get famous on social media if you pay them enough. It's just like any other business deal, but yeah. That's how Asmongold gets famous. He says he got rich from streaming. I just don't believe him. I think he pays for it. I think that he got told where to, because they have these like they're like, we'll put your videos in front of real viewers, you know, and some of them use Google Ads. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the ones that literally control the YouTube official partners where you pay on youtube.com. Yeah, that shit's just, they even tell you get AI fan pages at a certain level. So it's like just fake as fuck. Tasty. Yeah, I left this outside in the cold. It's the coldest, so it's got the vacuum insulated interior. It's got 2 rock stars and 1 monster. I poured it yesterday and I had self-restraint. I didn't drink it, so I had to have a snack today. And then after today, I won't have anything like that. It's like a super salty, super caffeine-y B vitamin bomb, which is like, is that good for you? I definitely feel it in the afternoon, however high I felt. It's like every high has a come down, which is like such a problem. I wish you could just get infinitely high with no come down. But whatever. Yeah, just talking about AFK. Yeah, they changed their name from Journey to Homestead. So it might be something else in the future. Are they going to stay on Homestead? Yeah, I would love to. I've been, it's funny. I've been asking for like a permanent place to live. Yeah, it's my own land I get to care for. Do a few chores every day. Yeah, get something like maybe get like a good RV or good trailer for it first. So that'll be like the starter home, and then slowly work on building something else. I'm not interested in permits. I'm not. I'm really interested in like, maybe this area out of here will take me. Maybe there's some deals out here or something. That'd be nice. It's not too far into town. That'd be awesome. But yeah. Yeah, I would love to get a Connex, delivered. Something that I can like put on legs and pump up and like adjust if it gets uneven. And yeah, I'm not interested in cement. I don't want to cement anything. But yeah, get a Connex delivered out there, and then like cover it with solar panels, cover it with like insulation too from like on the outside, so the inside I can run magnets and hold all my stuff up with magnets. Yeah. Or even put up insulation on the outside with magnets. Nah, the sun will ruin magnets on the outside. That's right. Yeah, the sun decreases magnet strength. But yeah, they're pretty good. I fucking heckin' like magnets. But yeah, anyway, AFK. I'm about to play it. I did get picked up by the number 7 guild. I advanced from 19 to 7, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and all I did is just showed up every day and played my hardest, and somehow they noticed. They're like, we want you. Or maybe I show up in a leaderboard right now and I don't realize it. The biggest sleeves in Hogwarts. Yeah, sometimes you could say that like a wizard's rank would be increased by his sleeve size, but it's also just like, to me, it just begets the scandalous trick of storing your magic up your sleeve. So if you have huge sleeves, you'd be like the most unscrupulous magician, fake entertainer. So I think that's just hilarious. He's got the biggest sleeves in Hogwarts. He has the most tricks up his sleeve. The biggest sleeve. That's still one of the funniest things I've ever heard. PIG. Yeah, he's a great commentator. I haven't seen him in years, but yeah, he's a funny lad. He's an Australian guy who was commenting StarCraft. Yeah. He's a hoot. But yeah, if you don't make content routinely, and if you don't make like production level stuff, you won't know that they're fake. But if you do, they'll approach you with the deal. You could pay them for views and likes, and they'll give it to you. So, and they don't really say it that way. What they say is, we'll put your stuff in front of real people. That's what they say. And so you don't really know if that's happening. So I just don't do shit. I just don't pay for anything. And it definitely hurts me. Like, people want to see some results to know it's good. And the people that I inspire are people who are not pay to win also. They're people who just do it like humbly without paying anybody organically. And those are the people that like and follow me, are people who they don't need top views because they don't have them themselves. So, but yeah, I know you definitely can pay them. They want money. It's like YouTube's deal is unlimited uploads. You can upload as much as you want. You can upload I think the limit is 256 gigabytes a day. which is a limit they set. So yeah, they're like, yeah, we could handle that much data. But if you want likes and views on what you uploaded, yeah, you have to pay them, which is like their secret gotcha. It's like, oh yeah, free to upload. It would be exactly like, cars are free. Cars are free. What's the catch? Gas is $30 a gallon. You know? And it's like, oh, that's what it is. That's the catch. Yeah, the car is free, but the gas is hella expensive. So, yeah. It's like, yeah. And one of the reasons I don't do it is they can just lie about your numbers, man. They can just say that, they can just say you got all these views and these likes when you can't tell the difference between a bot and a person. AI has been indistinguishable from reality since like 2018. Yeah, there's fake AI. Like, look at this generative AI, try to figure out how to do it. But the real AI is like, obviously flawless. So, yeah. Oh, well, I'm happy that you're moving forward in technology, but I'm scared to piss about who controls the thing. So that's one of the reasons I just live alone and play games. Like, I don't really care. I can't really, like, will the future human be a truly free person, or are you going to be even more of a slave? It's sad. Yeah, life is like profoundly mostly just problems and pain. And, if it takes a harder type of person to win here, it's almost not even worth it. It's not worth winning because it's just like what you get isn't a prize. So, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go play my game. Thanks for listening to the talk about AFK Journey, AFK Homestead. I'm interested. Is there going to be another AFK update one day? Are we going to have AFK something else? Oh, man. I dripped some UV resin on my... This thing I love. I love this thing a lot. This is like a witchcraft tablecloth, but it's like made by a witch that understands. It's not like... It's for Halloween, but it's not like a green-nosed witch and a cauldron and like a black cat. No. This is like based on real witch shit. You read real witch books. So, yeah. Yeah, I use it as like my shorts napkin. It's kind of what I use it for. Yeah, it's kind of like I cut off pieces when I want to wrap a jar. And then, which is kind of fun. Well, I found this one. I'm going to bury this. I'm going to bury this out here. Found this one going under my stuff. Had this one for a long time. This is like, I guess, like real antique glass I got from a thrift store. And then, yeah, inside is pretty interesting. But, yeah, I'm going to hide this out here. Organite. Probably going to cut off a piece of this and wrap it. So, yeah, I'm telling you, like, I know all fantasy is made up. And in a way, you're doing the readers a disservice by acting like it's more real than it is. But I really like, why do you have a disabled person in a wheelchair walking next to the magic expert? I pissed off the whole subreddit and got banned for asking, why do you have women with female arms, or with male arms, right? It's like men have a short upper arm, long forearm. They do. Every man is shaped like that. If you see a man with a long upper arm and a short forearm, that used to be a woman. he took HRT to change genders, right? And so it's like, why are you drawing your women with short upper arms and long forearms? Either you don't know, which is embarrassing, or you do know, which is like, what are you saying? So, yeah. This is one of the reasons I don't go in big with money with this game, is I just don't care. Like $7, $7 a month. Yeah, that's not bad. It's like the travel log lasts 30 days. And I bought the expanded travel log, so I got like the other tier of stuff for $7. Not that much money. It's a little bit. They can earn some income. But yeah, it's like, why is that? So they want to tell a Sherlock Holmes story? Let me tell you what, Thorns of Devotion was great. The plot of Thorns of Devotion was so fucking good. I was blown away by how good that plot was, and it took some time to get going, so we'll see how this goes. I'm going to play it the whole time and see how it goes, but yeah. Yeah, I got to take the story slowly. Really listen to all the dialogue. Don't skip any, because I'm going to run out of story before there's an update. Yeah, it's like Abraham Lincoln said it. You can fool all of the people some of the time. You can fool some of the people all of the time, but you'll never fool all of the people all of the time. And I'm like one of those shit detectors. It's like, well, why are your arms weird? And then the other shit detector is like, why do you have a disabled person walking next to a levitation expert? And of course the answer is they think handicapped people, that's just who they are, right? They think that's being inclusive, right? Is that being inclusiveness is about accepting handicapped people and not trying to change them. And I'm like, you don't get what it's like to have a disability, do you? Anyone with a disability would be like, gosh, I would love to go to a world where I don't have this problem, with exception. Maybe there's some people, like there's that doctor whose fetish was cutting his own legs off. No, he's just addicted to surgical chemicals like a fucking idiot. Wow. His fetish is surgical amputation. That's scary. Yeah, don't go to the fishers of men. Don't go to the fishers of men. They'll ruin your fucking life. Yeah. So. It was AFK Journey. Now it's AFK Homestead. They added the ability to collect all your resources from one resource. That was a good idea. Yeah, that was awesome. They removed one of the flowers I was collecting. I had been like collecting, there's like this starter flower for the tutorial, and I always had a plot of land growing it, but it's not used for anything. They deleted it. I was like, no, I had been collecting that for so many weeks. It was like stockpiling it. You could have had like a cool thing it's used for. Nope, and they just deleted it. So I was like, damn. But yeah, I got banned from their Reddit for asking the right questions. No answer, just act offended. So, yeah. Yep, I got advanced. Number 19 guild to number 7 guild. Pretty good shit. Yeah, World of Warcraft was $15 a month to play, which was cool because it was so high quality socially. It was like, everything you did on an active server with others. So, active unlimited server, it's like, it's not like another multiplayer game where you may be on a realm with 60 people. No, it's like hundreds. So, yeah, I liked playing a bear. I liked playing a druid because you could turn into a bird. You could just jump in the air and become a bird. You could jump off something and become a bird and fly away, which was sick. That was tight. And every other class had to like stand there and do a channel to get their mount. They couldn't just become a mount themselves. And so, yeah, I loved playing the druid, not only for like the play style, which was a lot of fun, but for the bird content, because it was a lot of fun becoming a bird. Yeah. If every other class leapt off a cliff, they would die. They would splat at the bottom and be dead. And not a bear, not a fucking druid. The druid, if you're quick on the bird button, you'll just become a bird and fly away. So, yeah, it was kind of well known that the birds were the funniest class in the game. They were the most fun. Or the druids. Druids are the most fun. The only thing that's bad about the druid is that you had to like specialize in a transform. There was really no build for like, I can play a tank, a healer, or a DPS, or a boomkin. There was nothing like that, which is really sad because I would have loved to have seen like a viable strategy for like a good off tank. See, if you're not built to be a tank, you can't off tank shit. And if you're built to be a tank, you can't heal and you can't do DPS. And so maybe you could say the difference was between bear and cat, right? You could become cat form for melee DPS, and then that would translate kind of okay with your bear stuff. But yeah, that's the big problem that I had with the druid build, is that it just wasn't really an omni build. It would have been great if like the characters had real stances they could switch, like, but it was so gear dependent. What you were good at was based on your gear. So if you weren't wearing the healing gear, you weren't good at healing. You could only do whatever it was you were based in. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm going to go play with my noob guild. They were giving me the welcome last night, so I'm going to get online and try to see if I can hit this level 300. I've got a pile of gear I can wear, but I need to be level 300 to wear it, which I'm not yet. I'm only like level 297. So, did I gain 3 levels while I was sleeping? Maybe. Maybe we'll be level 300, and then we can get new gear, and then we can push higher in the thing. So, yeah, AFK Journey became AFK Homestead. Reddit sucks. Reddit really does suck. It's first it was a porn website. The Reddit I know is a porn website. Is that the r/ has like a whole secret, like, supposed to be adult only, but they never ever checked. And you were supposed to not post people without their permission, but they never listened to that. And so it had like a lot of dirty like porn Reddits. And so Reddit is like super sus. And then they've got they celebrate circumcision hoaxes like Christmas and the New Year. The reason you celebrate the New Year on January 1st is it's when Jesus got circumcised. So, Reddit doesn't know that, I would get downvoted into oblivion if I went into Reddit with that shit. They're not ready to hear it. I tried doing that. I went to Reddit, the Reddit subreddit, and the Reddit subreddit has the strictest requirements for posting. You have to be an honorable Redditor to post there, which I'm not. I bring my best stuff to Reddit. They just hate hearing what I have to say because it's probably too true for them. So, Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people hate Reddit. Like, it's just not a place to say what you think. It's really not. It's a place for, it is pay to win. Reddit is pay to win. It's another pay to win service. And there's premium purchases you can make for your account and stuff. And it was originally a porn website. It's not, maybe it still is. I haven't been here in years, but it was a porn website the whole time. So it's really like super sleazy and really shitty. And the Reddit mods and people like that think they're way better than they are. Yeah, Reddit's trash. It's like they act better than you, but they're really like scummy. Yeah. You know, no battery works with two positive ends. You need a negative, and their negative is just like, just forbidden. Don't question the weird arms. Don't question the person in a fucking wheelchair next to the levitation magic girl. Why can't she make him float? You think he wouldn't want to float? Hey, I'm going to physically wheel myself everywhere. If you really understood disabled people, you would make them float. You wouldn't be like, that's who you are. We're being inclusive. It's fucking garbage. Just make them and fix them. You dumb fucking people. They are dumb. So we'll see if this plot turns out good. Yeah. Why was Thorns of Devotion good? Because this kingdom had the harvest god, who were very much like Romans, right? This Roman kingdom had the harvest god turn against them and go mad, and so they were starving, and so they invaded a nearby. They invaded their neighbors to steal their food, and it was pretty good. And so you come into the game and they're about to sacrifice a girl for power. Their neighbors are about to do a human sacrifice. And you stop it and you take the little girl they were going to sacrifice and she becomes your slave. And eventually she grows up to be Gala, who is a character you can play with, who's like a really one of the strongest characters in the game right now. Yeah, AFK Journey suffers from the new characters are the best. Whoever they just released is the best. And everyone who's like old or like vanilla or first wave is the worst. And you can like bet on it, right? It's like anyone who's newer is going to be a lot better no matter what. So, yeah, they definitely have that power creep where it's like their old characters are just bad. Yeah, thirsty. Talking for an hour. Crispy. Anyway, yeah, that's the vlog. It's got good art. It's got nice music. It's a good attempt. It's a good try. And you can play it free without spending money. You don't have to spend money. Competitive PvP only affects like Dream Realm. It affects arena. It doesn't affect arena. Arena, you can like pick and choose who you fight, and so you can do better. It affects Supreme Arena, and then it affects like, I think that's it. I really think pay to win in that game only affects Dream Realm and Supreme Arena. So if you and guild content, guild wars and stuff. So if you want to do that, you want to do that. I used to play Guild Wars 2. It was sick. Yeah. But yeah, this game is like hella expensive. It's like they want a lot of money to get all the content, and they give you freebies. So it's like you can play free and you'll get quite a bit. And yeah, each chapter expansion they have gives out like 100,000 diamonds, which is like definitely enough to get like a lot of characters to Supreme Plus. So yeah, but not Paragon 4. Paragon 4 is like Paragon. If you paid us, you can get into Paragon. So That's where the real winners are, right? It's like, you scummy. I know what time it is. Yeah, it's like, oh, you got the nice power up. You must be a real winner. And I'm like, bitch, I gave you $1,000. Like, that's what it is. And I'm just like, this is so shitty. Yeah, of course they've got scummy. They didn't put a wheelchair person as inclusiveness. They put a wheelchair person as baiting the disabled into their money pit. It's like, wow, they have old people characters. They do. They have real characters you can play as that are old, right? And I'm like, oh, that's so inclusive. Nonsense. They're just trying to bait everyone they can. There's not one black character. I guess there's a black jaguar character. Maybe he counts as an African to them, but yeah, there's not one black character. It's because they don't have any money. That's sad. Yeah, I can't. There's no black or Mexican characters. There's a whole slew of white characters, and it's made in Singapore. So it's like, oh shit. Would they prank you with some trans ideas to ruin your life? That's why they banned me on Reddit. They're like, don't you say the truth where I can hear it. How dare you? How dare you tell me this cute Disney game is just a money grubbing scam? And I'm like, that's what it is, though. So, yeah. Yeah. No, they know I post on here. I don't know if they know my real account name, but they definitely seem to. It seems that Reddit is Reddit business. The Reddit mods did what they did, but yeah, Reddit is shit. I hate Reddit. I've hated Reddit for years, like over a decade. I've hated fucking Reddit. And every once in a while, I'll go back and try to post, and it's like, this is the worst experience. They just don't fucking care. It's like, how am I a free user? Oh, you got 3 upvotes. This premium user replies to me, and they got 30 upvotes, and they said some nonsense that doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean it. It's like they really didn't contribute anything, but they're a premium user, so now they're got a lot of good karma. It's like, oh, did you win the arena? Wow, that must be because of your pure skill. And it's like, no, I spent $10,000 to win the arena. And it's like, oh, well, thank you. Just like the scummiest thing. Same thing with like awards. Oh, this person became the most awarded person ever. They're not a great actor. They just had rich families so they could become. You don't think there's not better actors asking for roles? There are. They just like, show me the money. You gonna pay for it? We're gonna cover these production costs. A lot of actors have paid for movies to happen, Yeah, if you pay YouTube, you'll definitely get views. So there's that song, Sick of the Pay to Win. Unfortunately, she goes, sick of the president. Yeah, I mean, the thing is that, like, Bill Clinton went to the island 26 times. You can be sick of the president, but don't act at all like the Democrats are better. No. The Democrats are just worse in a different way. Yeah, every state that requires voter ID votes Republican, and every state that doesn't require voter ID to vote votes Democrat because they can bus in illegals and have people voting more than once and all that shit. So have the dead vote. But yeah, if you have to show up to vote the day of the voting thing and prove you're real with an ID, they've all vote Republican. So it's like, it's just a fact. It's just such shit. It's such shit. It's such shit. They really made a dude roll around in a wheelchair next to a levitation magic expert. And they were like, oh, but it's about being inclusive. Is it? Or is it about baiting disabled people into the game? Are you really being inclusive, or are you trying to lure absolutely every person you can? Look, we're doing the Harry Potter chapter. So it's the Harry Potter setting with the Sherlock, literally the Sherlock music. They have the music from Sherlock as like their soundtrack they're using, and it's like, um, so yeah. We'll see how the plot goes. I'm gonna see how the plot goes. I doubt the real game would ever ban me because I give them money, and it's not Reddit. Reddit sensibilities are way different than everywhere else on the internet. Other people, like on YouTube, you can say what you want pretty much. You know, you're not gonna get banned. On Reddit, oh man, you got to be careful because the freaking the the I guess the swarm will find you. Be like, not a premium user, downvote. Downvote. What you said was amazing, but I'm not going to like it because I didn't think of it myself, so fuck off. Yeah. No, Reddit sucks. It is pay to win. You can absolutely pay to get like high likes. So yeah, the estimations right now are that over 50% of all internet traffic, that means people posting and talking, are bots. That over half of them are just not real people at all. So yeah, it's pretty sad. I'm a real person, but if it kept me safe, I'd say I was a bot, but I stay safe just by leaving it. I all the time say I've got plans to go here and do that, and I never do. I don't do that at all, just to throw you off. But anyway, blah blah blah. It's been a nice speech, but I gotta go. I've been yapping for an hour.